Lay fly when I fly with the pilot. When I ride somebody, I get the wallet. You don't match up, I'ma put them on the island. Hey, you know I won't start a fly. Oh my god, straight swag in the mid coat design. Oh my god, big boy dope got me on the iPhone. Oh my god, I'm just spending these racks like a tire. This style is all on my phone, but I'm a fashion killer. I'm on sometimes empire, reserve a home. It's only ready for it, sit on the throne. We can be in the phone for gold. So do gymnastics, baby, church ain't no toll. Do gymnastics, baby, flip over pole. Do gymnastics, baby, stress to you so. Oh my god, I went like a British. Yeah, I went like a British. Yeah, we driving a range. Yeah, everything in range. You know, baby, man. Yeah, they keep that on range. That's why you can fuck. They switching on me. Yeah. Young nigga, I be going through the same. Yeah, hit phone up every time we a band. Yeah, I'm a last boy, I'm playing with the bands. Yeah, everybody on my dick on the fence. Yeah, I'm like any nigga at the ring. I'm a superstar, I'm a lane. Yeah, to the pool, we ain't never gonna lane. Yeah, when the bass set, turn up the speakers. CC, when I just snip away. On my dick, she funny. How you know they selling out medicine? Plus, I got thousands of them. I've been popping my shit, but so long I get fed. They say it's not proper. I know this is never in the city. You see shit, I know I can tell when you hop on the train, you get kicked out the window. It's a rocker, you get put in jail, you get locked in like Alcatraz. You get no bill, niggas hating and grins, and they come to the count to the work on my dick, made it wrong, but they pay. You do. Yeah, young nigga, I be going to the same. Yeah, we fun up every summer, we a bang. Yeah, I'm a last boy, I'm playing with the bands. Yeah.
First of all, oh my goodness.
And I think they got a scheme, some man coverage in that scheme, a lot of match stuff in that scheme, some good blitzes in that scheme. I think they got a team that match their players better this year. And then they added about, I say, in my opinion, we don't know yet, but I think about 6 new starters to that defense. I think Osmond going to be one. I think Winter's going to be one. Gary will be one. Caleb Downs will be one. Jalen Thompson will be one. And I think Kobe Durant going to start at corner.
Hey, wait, is that the same Kobe Durant you called trash last year?
I didn't say he was trash. I said they needed help. I said the Rams needed help, and he'd be a number 2 corner. He's solid as a number 2 corner. I say they cornerbacks. The Rams couldn't win with those cornerbacks. I don't think they could win. Now they got a number 1 corner. Bland gonna be the number 1 corner. He could be the number 2 corner. I think he'll be straight. I think he'll start. I finally clicked me calling him trash.
When you said the Rams corners are trash, that's quote.
And Kobe, to me, you remember me and TJ argued about it. I'm thinking he played like inside, more slot, more nickel.
Yeah.
More nickel, more safety. That's what I was calling him, nickel and safety. I was talking about the other corners anyway, when I'm talking about the Rams corners. I think he'll start. I think he'll be straight. He got the ball last year. He got his hands on some footballs last year. But with them 6 new starters, I think that's a whole new revamped defense. So, no.
When I met you a year ago, you had a Cowboys jersey on.
Yeah.
And I now have learned you're not a Cowboys fan, you're actually a Broncos fan. Are we going to see you potentially in a Cowboys jersey again this year?
I always like Dallas. I grew up in North Dallas, Texas, man. I grew up with Cowboys. It's always a nice little piece of my heart in Dallas, man. But you look at their head-to-heads last year with Philly. They was close. They battled like a motherfucker with Philly with that terrible defense last year. Well, I mean, you revamp it a little bit. I think both teams would be good. I think it'll come down to the end. I think Philly's still a playoff team. They would just be a wild card team. They'd be 6 or 7 seed. I gave Philly 25.
A little bit left over.
Yeah, 25.
I'm gonna do that for Dallas.
Oh.
So I'm gonna give a percentage, a high percentage to Philly.
So Philly gonna win it 3 times in a row.
Yes. Yeah.
Philly was the first. They was the first team in the NFC East to win it back to back in 20 years.
Yeah.
They gonna win it 3 times in a row.
Yeah.
Remember where you heard it first.
Yeah. And the reason being is the Cowboys, for everything said, they look great on paper. They got much better on paper. The Giants improved drastically on paper. Commanders have a healthy Jay Daniels coming back. It looks good on paper. And Philly, look at them. All Philly do, they just know how to win. And did Philly get worse? No. I would say they got better. They needed a corner. They went and got a corner in Rick Woolen. He's a former Pro Bowler, just coming off the Super Bowl, winning defense. Okay? Then you go in the draft and you get 2 offensive players who Skip, you agree was the best at their position, and wide receiver and tight end.
I did.
Yep. And Kyle Lemon. And what's my man?
He
lost hours.
Yeah.
And that's before the draft. Yes, and that was before the draft.
Yes.
They traded for Bernard, so they got another double-digit sack guy. So they got better defensively, offensively. We don't know what's going to happen with AJ. But
AJ, would you say they still better?
well, and worse, they have the second worst roster in the East. Okay, but then once you start looking at that, now you got to go to strength of schedule. So we go to strength of schedule. Last year they had the second hardest strength of schedule. Still went 11-6-1. Okay, this year they have the easiest strength of schedule, and I believe their roster got better. The last time they had the easiest strength of schedule in the NFC East, they were 14-3 on the Super Bowl. So this team just knows how to win. You got strength of schedule. They got a new offensive coordinator. The coach hasn't changed, but most importantly, there's no substitution for experience. This group just knows how to win. They've been through everything, and they just added different pieces. But the core is still in place. We don't know what the Cowboys are going to be. We know they look good on paper. It does look good on paper, like they've improved. But what happens when you have to put it together? And we know Philly has put it together. Now they just added little pieces so we can improve. So I'm going with the team with the most experience. That's one of the most been together the longest. And I'm going with Philly. But percentage-wise, about 25% for the Cowboys.
Yeah, I gave the Cowboys 30%
Giants. That means I'm giving Philly a 60% chance, and then Commanders and Giants are right around 5%. This number will change though in the future. I like what they're doing. But yeah, I'm going with the Philadelphia Eagles. I think they're going to repeat. I think they'll win it again in 2026 defensively. Well, they lost some players in free agency, but they also have retention. They retained a lot of key pieces from that roster last year. You have all pro corners and Cooper DeJean and Quinyon Mitchell. You also have two staples up front, Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis. Those guys are extremely important. They can stop the run. They also get after the quarterback. Got Nolan Smith, who should be healthy next year. You also have Jahan Campbell, who looked good. I think he's going to be even better, continue to improve. You didn't like this guy?
No, I love it.
Oh, okay.
He's scared me.
Yeah, I was about to say, he's here and he's
Play suck.
and then you have that Roman Spawn in the middle, who had 123 tackles last year. He's the leader on that defense. He's always around the football. He's always in the right place at the right time. They also added like Gerald Mitchell, people to help the secondary, and then Grenard too to add some extra help in the pass rush area as well. But the biggest question right now for Philadelphia is what is that offense? Last year it was not good enough, and that was really their downfall. But I think they're going to be a lot better this year. They did some really good things this offseason to address that. The first thing they did was hire Kevin Petullo and hire Sean Mannion as their offensive coordinator. Now I know Sean Mannion has never called plays before. He's only been a coach for 2 years, but as a player and as a coach, he's been inside offensive meeting rooms with Sean McVay, with Matt LaFleur, with Gary Kubiak, with Danny Canales, with Zach Taylor, all these really good offensive minds. So he's gained a ton of knowledge, and I promise you, he has notes to go back and look at as a player and now as a coach to where he can, create this offense. Now, I don't know exactly what it's going to look like, but I anticipate that it's going to be heavily influenced by the Shanahan McVay scheme. So what are you going to do? You're going to get creativity in the run game with efficient blocking schemes that help Saquon Barkley get back on track. You're going to get a quarterback-friendly system to make Jalen Hurts' life a lot easier and put him in position to succeed. You're going to have easy, guaranteed completions. You're going to have guys running wide open. You're going to have great coverage indicators and knowing where to go with the football. He's going to use shift and motions so that Jalen Hurts knows the answers to the test pre-snap so that he can play quickly and play fast post-snap or check and get an advantageous play, which they didn't do last year. I expect Sean Mannion to put him in that position to be successful. I really believe that. And the other thing they did this offseason was add talent to that side of the ball. Howie Roseman is arguably one of the best GMs in football.
One guy? I mean, is there any
Yeah, you can argue the best. I think there's a couple other guys. I think Les Snead does a good job. I think there's a couple other guys. Schneider with Seattle is up there with him as well. But what Howie Roseman does,
not to get to anything?
yeah, go sorry. But what Sean or what Howie Roseman is so good at is that he identifies the need and he's aggressive by addressing that need. This offseason or last year, Philadelphia was 23rd in passing offense. So what did he do? He went out and he signed Hollywood Brown, traded for Wicks, and then he moved up in the draft to go get Mekhi Lemon, and then he drafted Eli Stowers, who's a great pass catching tight end. He did all these things to help Sean Mannion and Jalen Hurts have success next year on the offensive side of the ball. So I really love the direction that Philly's going in. I think they're going to be better than they were last year this upcoming season because of the moves they made. So I think they're going to win the NFC East for the third year in a row.
Okay, my turn. I'm going to start at the bottom. And I'm going to give the Giants a 15% chance because they got way better. I'm sure what you say, they're on their way back. And there's a lot of talent in the front seven of that defense. And I like the quarterback. I'm not saying I love the quarterback. I'm not sure he can stay healthy. But if he did stay healthy for 17 games, which is a huge if, they're going to be a factor because they have a real football coach. Like he's a real live, proven, decorated football coach. And they're going to be a factor. And they're going to pull off 2 or 3 big wins in the East that's going to bring teams back together. And then if Jake Daniels can stay upright for 17 games, they probably have a really good chance to win the division.
Oh, Lord, this nigga's boring to play.
I think he's the most talented quarterback in the division, that's just me. So I'm going to give them a 20% chance. So now I've eaten up 35% of my percentage points, which brings me to Dallas. I'm going to go up to 30% because I'm trying to jump on the runaway train. I'm trying to get there, but I've just grabbed hold of the caboose and I'm hanging on for dear life as the train runs away because I don't see what you're seeing. You're shocking me, and I think because you're on record from the start of the show last fall, this isn't the year, next year is the year. So you're just still trying to back up your early prediction with next year.
You got a good eye for it, Skip.
Okay.
When I told you the Broncos was going to do what they did, you ain't believe me either, right?
No, this is the new American Express Certified Business Cash Unlimited card with unlimited 2% cash back on all eligible.
Just a lazy player.
The flexible spending capacity to grow with your business.
No,
They got a good eye, but teams on the rise.
okay. You know, I hope, you have no idea how much I hope that you're right. But I'm still giving Philly a 35% chance of winning the East because of all the reasons you just detailed. He's the best GM. And against the odds, he won the offseason to me in the NFC East because, my God, Reek, you got an opportunity. Was he not the best player available to me? Did you not love him? Yeah, okay. And so you go, it's like not fair, man. You add him to those two young corners who are only going to get better and better. Then you listed all the players down the line. When you got Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis had like a coming out year last year, right? Where he emerged, man. And then Zach Bond is he's at the top. You know, he's as good as he gets. And Greener he's just really, he's a 12 sack guy. You went and got him. You just stole him in the middle of the draft. You went and got him. And Campbell and Jalen's Hunt, they're young players who are explosive to me, where they jump off my TV screen. And Makuba, he tore his knee up. They said he's already back in their OTA. So, and what did Makuba do at Texas his last year? He led the nation in interceptions. He's a ball hawk. He's what I love at that position because he's a hitter and a ball hawk. So I'm saying what's not to love when you go get Jalen Hurts, exactly what he needed, 2 new security blankets that he'll learn to trust both of them because they are third down difference makers, both of them. In college football, Makai Lemon and Eli Stowers made huge differences. I think we're going to talk about Diego Pavia here a little bit. You can't top it, but Eli Stowers was even a bigger reason that Vanderbilt went 6-2. My school, my doormat school, went 6-2 in the SEC because nobody could cover Eli Stowers on 3rd and 6. They just couldn't stop us. And Pavia the Stowers. Okay. You just gave him to Jalen. It's exactly what he needed. And you were brave about the Makai Lemon you watched every snap of. On 3rd and 5, was there anybody better in college football? Okay.
You can use it in a lot of different ways, and that's exactly what Sean Manning's going to do with that.
All right. Okay. So back to, and seriously, you're raving about Christian Parker, and I'm trying to, but he's never done this before, right?
Neither has Sean Manning.
Okay, and that's what I was going to get to. It comes down to who will be more valuable, who will have more impact as brand new coordinators who have never called plays on either side, called the defense or offense, right? Okay. Well, there you go. You would
That
think
Super Bowl winning coach ain't going to be in your brain. That coaching ain't going to be in your brain when it's time for you to perform. That Super Bowl winning coach going to be staring your ass down, just watching. What are you going to do? So I don't see why it's that good. Just because he won a Super Bowl, he on my team, that's going to help. They ain't going to help you perform.
It's very relevant. If he calls plays and he's got this Super Bowl winning coach who has called plays to win the Super Bowl, he's right here. He advises him like, no, okay, we went to this and like this, yep, do that. That helps. It helps each other. But they're having Andy Reid next week.
Yeah. Okay, so 1 year ago, I looked at this Dallas team and I really liked it, and I over-liked it, but I liked the opener Thursday night at Philly because, to your point, I'm not afraid of Philly head-to-head. Never have been. Dak Prescott at Philadelphia has thrown in his career 10 touchdown passes to 0 picks, and he was 0-0 in that game. And my prediction was, if Dallas can go win opening Thursday night of the NFL schedule at Philadelphia, it will detonate them. It will launch them, and I can see early season momentum where with George Pickens rising, shining on a contract year, trying to prove that Mike Tomlin was wrong about
Shit, Matt Mills.
Watch this out. I thought we were perfectly positioned to make a shocking run and steal the NFC East. So that was my prediction. I thought we could win 12 games. And what happens on opening night? We're in perfect position. We hold Philly to 3 points in the second half with our sorry-ass defense, right? And my favorite player, the best receiver in football, or so I proclaimed before last year started, CeeDee Lamb, drops 2 huge balls in the fourth quarter and dropped 4 for the game. We're right there. We should have won the game. I think everybody would agree. We are in perfect position to win the game and take off. And instead, the worst started happening because, like you say, did they break my heart? They didn't just break my heart, they wrecked my soul. Like, I can't recover from what I kept waiting last year. Okay, show me. And then we had those 2 blips where we go head-to-head with Philly, and we fall behind 21-0 early second quarter at home. Remember that game? We're down 21-0, and we storm back and win it 24-21 on the last second Brandon Aubrey field goal. And I think, okay, here we go, because Thursday the Chiefs got to come visit us. They're starting to come apart. And we took them further apart. We won the back-to-back games. Then they go to Detroit and just lay the biggest egg of the year, where the offense did a few good things. Pickens didn't show up, but the defense was just horrible. It just, remember, Amon-Ra wouldn't get a play, and then he did play and catches the first ball of the game, and they're off to the races. And my point about the offense that I can't get back on board with is, remember, everybody said we had historically great offense last year. Heck, here's the bottom line of what happened last year. We finished 7th in points scored. Is that historically great? Seriously, because I didn't see historically great. I saw 2 home games in which we were nightmares at home. In a Monday night game against Arizona, the offense scored 10 points against an Arizona defense that finished 29th in points allowed. Is that good? Is that historically great? And then, remember, Minnesota with JJ at quarterback. They come in on Sunday night to Dallas. This is Jerry World. Remember what happened? B-Flow, Brian Flores, he just clowns us. We go 2 for 12 on third down, and they just struggle in the whole game and wipe us out. It's not even close. So when I've got 2 big stage primetime home games in which the offense does not show up, how can I just jump back on board and say, hey, yeah, we're going to be great. We'll be the best offense in football. I'm not sure about that. And our guy from the University of Oklahoma, the left tackle, Tyler Guyton, I'm not sure about it. And I wanted to love him, but I said on draft night, he's kind of a project. It's going to take time because he's a gigantic human being, as you know. And he had a hard time last year. And I think he got yanked a couple times. They were saying he was beat up, but I think they just said, not sure yet, right? Okay? And it's the left tackle. And Jordan Mailata's, he's pretty good on the other team. You know, like he's pretty safe over there. It's a pretty safe bet. And by the way, college drafts that Markel Bell from the U, who's a 6'9" left tackle. He started 15 games last year. Watch, he'll end up being pretty good. And I don't. My only hope with the Eagles is Lane Johnson looked like he was kind of on his last legs last year, and he couldn't stay healthy. And I don't know. You trust him because they kind of go as he goes. The offensive line.
Yeah, I absolutely trust him. I think their offensive line is going to be a lot better next year. They got to stay healthy.
Yes,
I do think with this new run game they're going to have with Sean Mannion, he's going to help them get back to where they were in 2020.
Yeah.
That was our recipe for success. Get on the offensive line. Let's lean on the run game. Then let's get some play action off of it, and then use the pass game when we need to if they're going to load the box. I really believe Sean Mannion's going to go into the season and look at that tape from 2024, what they did.
What?
A lot of that into his offense, obviously within his own scheme, but build it based on what they can do successfully, and that's run the football, then go play action off of it and get into the pass game.
Okay, I don't understand your gripe for your offense. Your offense is great. And I think that's
They were 7th in points scored. Isn't that great? I just go by the numbers.
You have to be number one offense, and you have to be number one to win it all. You have to be number one to win it all, but you need your strength to remain a strength. And I do understand why you picked the Cowboys because defense is halfway better than what they were last. They win more of those games, whereas Philly just knowing how to pull games out. Yeah, a couple different plays go their way, the whole record was swinging. So I do understand why you said what you said. I just don't.
It's not. That's what I'm saying. It's not crazy.
Philly's just
Yeah,
dominant.
I'm not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You think the Cowboys is not crazy because it do make sense. They did get much better on defense, so all they have to do is be just halfway better than what they were last year, and they win another 4 games. But I want to stay in branch of offense. Offense is good.
Big thing too for me with all of that is you guys always talk about it, how important defense is. You guys have an established, proven defense in Philly. The second half of the season last year, you can argue they were as good as anybody.
They were.
They also have Vic Fangio calling plays. Who's a veteran and he knows how to put guys in position to succeed. I think he's built a really good scheme in Philly that highlights the strengths of his players.
What's the strength? What's the strengths?
Stopping the run with Jordan Davis and Jalen Carter up front, letting them rush the passer, letting those guys come off the edge, and then playing man if they need to and cover, and putting Cooper DeJean and Quinny Mitchell in one position so they can get pressure on the quarterback.
You look at what Dallas is doing, right? Let us get some off that Fangio tree.
Yeah.
Right. Let us start in the middle and start building our shit with Quinton and Kenny Clarkson. Like it's a copycat league, bro. They mimicking the same. Let us get Downs. Okay, that's our Cooper DeJean right here in this nickel. Let's keep him in this box to be the quarterback, make big time. I'm telling you, it's a copycat league.
That's the kid from Michigan.
Let me get it. I'm telling you, he gonna mimic. He say this is the Cowboy defense. I don't want you to say Philly defense, but if you look at what he's doing, he is getting similar type players, but his defense that's what he had in Philly, and they gonna run the exact same system, bro. And morale is a big thing for me. Like they might not have had a historical great, but I guarantee you the offense was happy about their season. I bet you that. I bet you the building is happy about what they're doing on defense right now. And Philly, I don't know how it's championship, Super Bowl appearance, and it's a first round exit, and a lot of drama, and all year was all drama. This is, I'm just telling you, bro, morale is real in the building. The morale of Philly is not 100%, it's just positive. It's not, we don't know what we're going to do with AJ, but it's all these reports come out about Hurts, I'm telling you, the shit is real, but the morale is real.
It is. But the reason I got Philly is because through all that chaos, they still was winning.
And they're back.
They still was winning, and then they just added some more players. So throughout the chaos, it'd be different things.
You see how fast shit
If they
gets
had
go
first
down?
round pick,
The Chiefs was winning, and then bam, 7 wins just like that, right? But it don't take. It's not hard for a team to go from here to here. I'm telling you, I won the Super Bowl. Shit, one player to go out, 6 wins, 4 wins the next season. It's like this, bro, with the exact same defense. We took Peyton out one player, 5 wins, or whatever the fuck we had.
See, but okay, so that thing, my whole point is we're talking about a first round exit. We're talking about a team that won the Super Bowl the year before. With Dallas, they won 7 games each of the last 2 years. Their worst defensive season statistically in franchise history. So
It was at one time Philly was that team. It was just playing bad, sorry, then boom. There you go, they back on top real quick. Like everything else can't do it. Patriots was that team. It was trash, then boom, they back in the Super Bowl. It's just how football happens, bro. It's year to year. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you're super healthy, sometimes we caught the injury bug, we bad. Like so it's just how football happens. You'll see.
Okay, so 6 new starters potentially on defense. So you're just going to revamp it. You're going to turn it inside out, upside down, and start over with a new coordinator. So should we completely
Oh my
eyes
goodness.
and say it was all on him? Because I
A lot of it was.
okay, well it could have been.
A lot of it was. You got man corners, we playing cover 4, cover 2.
I got it. And you're calling it either a fluke, and I'm calling it either fraud. And it's clear that Trevon Diggs just quit on him. He just said, I don't want to play for him, right?
Nah, Trevon Diggs did his best to try to be a zone corner. All my life since I turned to a corner, I've been playing man.
That is
Now I
correct.
got a coach who just put me in zone.
They sent him home. And right now he doesn't have
And why they sent him home? Because he was trying to play cover 2 or practice, and he got the ball caught on him, and they put him in the office, and y'all getting on me about playing cover 2 when I'm a man corner.
Okay. So I thought with Diggs and Bland and that Savon Rebel, I liked him. You don't love it yet. You didn't include
Now,
him.
he ain't showed me nothing yet. I just got to see it.
Okay. And I thought that Ezra Waku, their second round pick last year, and James Houston, who they took off the scrap heap, but he could run him faster. And I'm looking at Sam Williams, another second round pick of theirs. I thought we got enough firepower, even without Micah, we can get it out of the turnover.
The thing about the
is that the wings of New York, with Bridges and Adobe, you can late switch that and take away those. Hold on a second here. They reset the shot clock to 14. So the offensive end, I think that's what they're saying, that it raised the win. And did it. That's the question. On the back seat, what's that? Good point. Let's see. It's all down. They haven't done it. So they're going to reset on 14. Don't turn over. The second chance here. Philadelphia to start the game. George is ready. And there's the physicality. And Adobe's going to pick up the first foul. He went through. And it's an underrated part of Joel Embiid's game. Steady those screens, that big body, and gets the strength of Anunoby blocking Joel also. So we'll do it all over again. Third try for this Philly offense with 10 to shoot. And it's a George. Step away on Anunoby. There's similar type of play types. George got it in from the baseline, and then it's worked out. That's all they have. They're going to put DD. 6.2 assists. 16 win over the other team needs for conference to win in fewer than 7 games. Hard space. Hard drives. Exactly what Mike Brown mentioned. Kelly Oubre is second to none. They can make a mistake defensively and still make a huge play. Get ball. Here they go. And Marcus Durant. New York will be opportunistic to use their defense to get out of the run and get some early offense. That's the business of the 76ers. Was simply phenomenal in game 7. Starts his game 1 with a jumper. The rookie's so talented, so tough, so fearless, average over 15 points per game in the series with Boston. Towns coming off his second triple-double in the playoffs. Finds Hart in the corner. 6 to shoot down for Hart. Bridges with the kickball, going to reset to 14. That's just incredible recovery. Josh Hart has
He's trying to drain clock like a bitch. Give me that shit.
On the other end, leads to an easy basket. You said, Bobby, that this opportunistically good run. Easy opportunity. They got to get out of transition. They don't want to make it a run into that hitting with 56. That's it. Turning down that ball. So you've got to make it use it. But Brunson's so effective on the year. 50% the mid-range. That's good for second in the NBA. He was a different worker. In that 2024 series, scores 40 or more in the final 3 games of the series against Philadelphia. And Towns is going to pick up his first foul. Something to monitor here in this first quarter. Well, you said about Jalen Brunson, one of the best. He's that separation there. It's called doing a good job sliding those feet. But his ability to stop on time, meet that separation, knock down that mid-range. Philly, on the other hand, they have started their half-court execution. Credit to New York's defense. Towns got a hand on it, and now 9 to shoot for the Sixers. So many battles over the years, whether they were in Minnesota or now in New York, between Joel Embiid and Karl Anthony Towns. Was the incident between the two in the 2019-2020 season with a legitimate scuffle on the court. Let's see if Embiid can chance to go right out. Raised his level of that Atlanta series defensively, and it's going to be big for him to defend without fouling here going up against the beat. The whole ball on the strip. And again, New York getting a turnover, getting out running, and getting a foul on Joel Embiid. Well, what's interesting is that Joel right now, at this point in his career, he can't burst and get by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has the size and the strength to play him straight up. He did a great job, as you said, on that play. He's got driving shots. With the cut there, you cut on Towns, you're pulling off into the facilitator, and quick moves, you step back and let it fly. This is Towns, not there. Brunson into the push. Towns on the attack.
himself instead of lose the basketball. Well, he's trying to pick it back right and pick off that defender. Look at him. He's so fast. And being a double. Skip it. Extra. George tees it up. George knocks it down. And Philadelphia needed that. Everything they struggled with Sam Always in the Philadelphia. George testing and making life difficult for them. George really shot well, and that's something scary from three-point territory.
Quarterback. It just didn't happen. It quit it. And pick it. Celebrate. Show that. Dance, like this was stuff we really don't reject. And he played 7 games, and I didn't see last season. I didn't see, oh my gosh, look at this kitty bucket like 17 against why have the last 7 games? I was getting kitty bucket little 80. Didn't recap it. So the look at the see like what that had played for that. Always got to give man.
Coach Rush stood incredibly well. It's an able to play. It's around with the guys in the NBA. I watched the tape. You're not told about having resident NFL. He looked like that great guy. He looked like this one. The guy was good, but I'm telling you, man, I played in the team. And right from the get-go, let's get to it. And it's just a little bit of a spot. And you look to where it's like, oh, girl's not doing this, Robert Barrett's not doing it, he's not doing this, and we all figured it was like, bro,
I did the same thing. I played for Jack. Or they wear G-Say.
we lost first round because I was trying to take you to the start.
I was like 11, 12, maybe 10. Jack had us sitting on Panther before all that time. And what we do is grab trophy and we all play. And all this. This ain't what we do. They make us put on stress. Blitz. And we stop that. Let TJ blitz. He wearing bonds too. This is one of the most talented defenses ever. Like it just switched from that to that with one coordinator. That's good. You gotta be in position to do what you do. That's the defensive coordinator. That's his goal. His let me do it my way. Position to do what they do. And April Blues just didn't do that last year. Yeah. Which is not even there to say because they were a playoff team. Maybe he had the guys. Maybe that's what it was. He had the zone, the cover 2, the cover 4 guys. And he was the simple. Like, well, shit. Everywhere I go, we running that shit. She knew that. Wait for us. He went to LA with me in LA. And we started off in the thing. On the offense, man. My dog got me in like that shit. He was giving up some touchdowns. He really liked you. But that way he was playing. He put it back in. He could play off. He could pretty much do it all. Let me turn this into, we turned into a cover 3 team. You know what I'm saying? And then what we do? To the Super Bowl. Are you going to dramatic? That ball is even to the top. No, the key point. I'm talking about they had to come close to one of the things you said, and when you look at the history of what he did, he always got like respect. Gotta get his system. Always they want. You know how to do that because he create how to do a one-on-one.
Oh, this bum again.
If you look at his track record, Jason White, Aaron, he put his people in merchandise for they see them. So like, see, from this side, check out my game, over here. Get those in line, that's like, give it a while. And Lee hands out right here. What's the ball do? I got stuff. Get the one of us. That's what he do. That's what he wasn't doing. He had 4-man rush his zone coverage too many times.
That's like midway through the year. I would pay their salary to take the hire you to be the defensive coordinator of the Cowboys. This season, I'm not joking about that. Because you like your eye for the defensive side of the football.
Next thing, the places.
Point is,
Oh, British.
I need
Best line up you see.
I need to look at the defense and say, oh, I got him. It makes them move it down to that guy. So, well, you got the man. What next time? All back 2 years ago, and he had to stay healthy. He had foot problems. I don't know. I saw a flag. I saw a flag. I saw 1 year where he just picks it and leaves it dead. I'm thinking it's even
Thank you.
take that and I'll give you a different region based by games. All done in his name to start with the year.
He's coming down and your team is going to stop him early. Give us 7.5 sacks like he do. That's what we're going to make. Stop him early, give 7.5 sacks. We take that money and keep the compares to the end. We're skills on the field. Goes out.
This nigga is wide open. Calm me. Oh my goodness. That's a fucking pick. This shit is garbage.
Recipes, techniques, every answer at your fingertips. This is the sounds will make for customer success.
So a lot of
Yeah, a lot.
kids. What's your reaction to this?
So let's start with another clip.
Draining clock like a bitch again, huh? Play the fucking game.
If they got around 3 and 5 on to go back to these spots. So and that's why they ended up having great
That's my shit, boy.
now we get trying to trade up and not. They tried to get Jerry there were 4 players on the board.
That boy get the draining clock. I only drain 10 seconds. Drain that.
And if they stay home and stay put at 9, yeah, they just
Bruh, oh my goodness. Thank you. This shit is weak. He draining clock for what? To do this bullshit? Fucking bum.